Hey everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today it is Wednesday, October the 21st. The 21st, right? Yeah, the 21st. And we are just 9 days away from the Mandalorian Season 2 premiere. I'm really excited. Despite that trailer that came out that showed us nothing, I kind of vented about that. We all got really excited, and then it ended up being nothing. There was like a nothing trailer, but whatever, forget it. We are going along with the rewatch. This is going to be season 1, episode 4. And just like always, I will count down from 3, and then when I get to 1, I will hit play. Okay, and also I'm going to have the timer going. I'm going to attempt, and I say this every time, I'm going to attempt to start the show and press the start button on the timer within the same second. There might be like 1 second off. And then obviously on screen here, you're going to see, as you can see now, little flashes of this window showing up every 12 seconds or so. I've found that if you keep the clip to less than 10 seconds and then make it go away, YouTube doesn't seem to mind that as much. So far it's worked. I don't know. I might upload this one and then suddenly I have a problem. I don't know. But that seems to work so far. Obviously, you're not going to hear any audio, so you're going to try and sync up with me. We'll watch it together. And obviously, I'm assuming that everyone's already seen season 1. So if you've never actually seen the show and this is your first time watching it, don't watch it with me, because I'm going to be talking the whole time. You're not going to know what's happening in the fucking show, because I'm talking. So anyways, all right, so here we go. I'm going to try and count down from. I'm going to press it on 1, okay? Count down from 3. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Okay, all right, we got the previously. They all hate you, Mando. Yeah, and I tried to really pay attention to what they were saying last time, and we kind of figured out like they don't need Baby Yoda alive. Here, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. They don't need Baby Yoda alive. They just needed to extract whatever DNA. So they just really want his blood, his DNA. Although the scientists seem to really care about Baby Yoda, so we still don't know anything about the scientist. Of all the leaks and all the rumors for season 2, we know nothing about that scientist still. He's got a Camino patch. That's all we know. So, still a big mystery there. I hope they solve that in season 2. I hope they at least address it. Like, hey, that one scientist who's really mysterious. I hope they don't, like, just never mention him again. Okay, yeah, this one starts with, like, these krill, these blue. Are they krill? Or are they like shrimp type things? I feel like I need to like turn the volume up and then turn the volume down. I know you guys can't hear any of this. I just on my side I'm like it's too loud. Now it's too quiet. You know, this episode of course had a lot of similarities with that one Clone Wars episode where they trained all the villagers to fight with the sticks and defend themselves. And I mean, obviously it's a thing it's like in a lot of Western stories. Um, so it's not, it wasn't just a Clone Wars riff, but it was also like kind of, it's a story that's been repeated over and over again throughout different shows and stuff like that. Get up and run, kid. It's literally just sitting there, not even standing. I don't know what this species is. I just know that they very much are orcs, basically from Lord of the Rings. They just they're making the same, like, they sound like they're making the orc sounds, and the armor they're wearing. It's all very orcish. Um, they have like dog faces, and I don't recognize this species of alien. They look like pugs, basically. Their dog faces look like pugs. Um, but I'm gonna have to look it up later. I'm sure that's a species that's like been in other things. I don't recognize it. Maybe it's like a background species. Like if I go watch Attack of the Clones or something, it's in the background or something. Because I don't recognize it. Sanctuary, Chapter 4. He's just flipping switches. Of course he's gonna touch it again. Jesus. I wonder what those switches did. Because the green one just seemed to turn something on and off. Maybe it was just like an air conditioning or something. Sorgan? Is it? Is that what he said? So his plan was just to lay low for a couple months, but like, but then what? Like, what do you do after that? And this again, kind of like, I feel like I have a very vague idea of how the tracking works, because obviously, spoilers, at the end of the episode, one of the bounty hunters finds them. So it's like, clearly his plan of just going to some other planet didn't work, but he thought it would work. And that leads me to think, like, so does he not know how the trackers work? Or are they being tracked some other way? It's all very unclear. Because he would know how the trackers work, right? So he would know that, hiding here wouldn't work, right? I don't know. Of course he does. He's right there. Maybe I never paid attention, but yeah, his right leg armor, I guess he never got that replaced with like a new piece, huh? I wonder if they'll fix that in season 2. He'll get a little bit more Beskar and get some right leg armor. That actually looks good. A little kebab and some noodles. I want to go there. And that's what I actually do like about like, I've never been to Galaxy's Edge, but like all the videos and photos I've seen of it, like it looks like, because they didn't choose like an iconic set piece, they can kind of build any sort of cantina cafeteria area that they want. So they could make like this hut over there if they wanted. Oh, and there's Cara Dune. And of course, yeah, I don't know. I've addressed it in videos before, at least one video, the whole Gina Carano thing and all that drama stuff. Um, I've addressed it in a video before. I'm not going to get into it now, but yeah. He she didn't pick up that he wants more information because it seemed like he's giving her money to like, all right, tell me more, but he's just tossing around money. But then I guess he must still have some money. Well, he wasn't giving money; he was giving Beskar. Why does he have so much money? I guess it doesn't matter. Um, I was gonna ask why he singled her out. Like he instantly started asking questions. But I guess you could say that she's the only one that doesn't look like a, like a villager. She's wearing armor and stuff. So you'd think it would hurt her hand to punch the helmet, right? You'd think she want to like punch anywhere except for the helmet. I feel like he would survive that. I mean that. I mean, I know that he gets hit in the head later, but like that helmet's got to be good for at least a small blaster like that. Suppressing riots. That's interesting. Riots in the New Republic. Hmm. I mean, it's a whole planet. Like, surely you can just fly on the opposite side of the planet. Like, it's a planet, right? Like, you know, just because there's one criminal on the entire planet that people might be looking for. Like, come on. So they don't need to leave the planet. I don't know. It just seems strange that like one person's there. Oh, I'll leave the planet entirely. How did he know where she was gonna be? I guess it doesn't matter. He kind of mimicked him when he leaned back. You know, they introduce um basically a love interest in this, episode 4 here. And I know there are some people out there thinking like, "Oh, this is going to go somewhere and they're, one day he's going to come back to this planet and retire with this lady." But I don't feel like that was the intention behind this. I feel like, introducing a potential, love life for him, basically the idea that he could settle down now and just retire. I feel like the whole point of introducing that thing, like that idea, was really just so that, just to show like, he's choosing the baby, the child. He's choosing the duty to protect him over the idea of a peaceful life, you know. So I don't know if the intention's ever to actually bring this character back. Um, I have a feeling that the Mandalorian's not gonna, like, at the very end, like season 5 or something. I feel like he's not gonna live to an old age. I don't feel like, um, because he's sort of like the gunslinger cowboy type, and I feel like most of the time they don't just kind of grow old and happily ever after kind of thing. Yeah. See, so that's the interesting thing about this, is that, like, that's another big question. Obviously, is like, why does he have this rule where he can't take off his helmet? Like, why is that a rule for him and the forging, whatever, like, I forget what the title is, the forger, um like, why do they have this rule of he can't take it off in front of other people, when obviously that has never been a thing before this TV show? We have, obviously Sabine Wren goes an entire show constantly with the helmet off, so it's like, um the only thing that I can guess is that it's a foundling thing, that it's like it's a rule specifically for foundlings who are initiated into the Mandalorian culture. Where it's like, all right, will bring you in, even though you're not like, you're not like a blood Mandalorian. You're not like related to Mandalorians. But because you're adopting the culture, you got to have the helmet on. As like your sign of like you're dedicated to this life, kind of thing. That's the only like explanation I can think of. Um, Imperial Walker. I do love that. That's their thing. Like, man, ATSD. Sorry, guys, you can't live here anymore. It's I don't know why it's funny. It's just you know I know that they're trying to make the ATSD like really like oh it's really perilous, right? But at the same time, I've seen like a bunch of teddy bears smash two logs together into one and all kinds of stuff. Like I've seen one Wookiee, Chewbacca, like Chewbacca by himself. I'm pretty sure he was completely alone. Took one over, right? So I don't know. It's just kind of funny that like in my mind, I can't realistically think of it as like a hyper level threat. Like the two of them could take it down. I mean, even in Fallen Order, you take one down by yourself. Like, yes, you're a Jedi, lightsaber, all that, but still, it's like I don't know. I mean, look how many logs you have here. Just get like a couple of Ewoks with these logs. You're golden. The Ewoks could take this thing down like in minutes. So I don't know. It's just I can't imagine it being like this intimidating thing. Really. I guess these are all his guns from his ship. Yeah. I remember, of course, it's because it's the internet. But a bunch of stupid people were all mad that she was good with guns. The lady here, and it's like you don't see what they're doing. Like in the like literally like an episode ago, he's like, "Weapons are my religion," Um, and they're kind of just showing like, oh, he can relate to her back because she's good with guns and weapons, and that's like his whole life. Um, so they're just kind of showing like this relation that he can, you know, start to reciprocate whatever feelings they might have had. So I don't know. People on the internet are dumb. But that drink glows, so that's pretty cool. What they call it? Spots. What? I can't say it. Whatever they use the krill to make but it's like a glowing drink. I want some. I want a drink that glows. It'll probably be bad for you, but I wonder if it's supposed to be like an alcoholic drink or what? Like, cause why would pirates care this much about the krill, right? They have a whole setup to brew it and everything. It must be like an alcoholic type thing, right? That's the only thing I can imagine why they'd care this much. Oh yeah, he doesn't have like his pulse rifle in this one. I think I remember like it just for some reason he just doesn't have it. I don't know if he left it on the ship or what, because I'm pretty sure he had it at the end of the last episode. I think it was probably just to make the fight harder, I guess, is why he doesn't have his pulse rifle. It does look cool here, though. The glowing red um, lights. I imagine these pirates just like they found one wrecked somewhere and they just stole it and put it back together. Or they bought it on the black market somewhere. See, this looks giant, at least from that point of view. They made it look really, really giant. So, but they're not like that huge, right? Wait, does he have his pulse rifle back? I think he does. The hell they gotta do with some sticks? Oh, here we go. You know, I gotta say, overall, I think this is the one episode that I actually forget the most about. Um, I think just because it feels like the most uneventful of all of them. But I do think I think I like it more now than when it first released. I think when it first released, I was like, eh. I guess he just left it in this ditch when they were sneaking around. Yeah, a lot of the fighting here is like kind of quick editing around the just the so choreography of the fights. Plus, it's like dark, so you can't really see that much of what's going on. It's okay. The walker is the cool thing, anyways. Yeah, see, like those guys stabbed I guess the leader, if that was the leader. Um, I didn't even remember that happened. It was so quickly edited around. I completely forgot that they had killed him. They're like a one-eyed frog. Yeah. I remember there at this point, like I remember some people really thought that like that was gonna be it. Like Baby Yoda really was just like a limited amount of like, only like a couple episodes thing. Um, because at this point, people really didn't know that like Baby Yoda is gonna be such a focus of the show. And of course, here we have like the fob tracker, which I'm still questioning, but I'm just gonna end up repeating myself. I just okay, it works now. I guess I don't know, but yeah. Although I have heard some people say that they actually wish that he had left Baby Yoda here, that he wasn't such a big part of the show. Which I don't know about that because I feel like the show wouldn't be as popular without Baby Yoda, even though it's called the Mandalorian. But it should be, it's the Baby Yoda show. He'd be a child probably for another 50 years, if not like 100, right? I mean, he's gonna outlive all of you. it does feel like, again, like I don't feel like they introduced that character to be like, oh, he's gonna come back to this planet specifically. But I do feel like the idea of him one day not caring about being a Mandalorian and saying like, okay, I can just be Din Djarin and not have to be a Mandalorian. I feel like that's gonna be what was, you know, what this is all kind of alluding to one day. I guess they were there for a couple weeks, right? They did. I think they did say a couple weeks they were there. So for a second, I was gonna be like, they've only been there for like a day, but no, they've been there for a few weeks. Wouldn't Cara Dune have to take the same like raft out of this village? Okay, so that is, we're gonna pause there. I'm gonna stop the timer. Okay, but yeah, wouldn't she have to take the same little thing out of the village? Because she was way out there too. Like it took a while to get to the village. It took like an all night drive to get to the village. Anyways, okay, so that was season 1, episode 4. It's an okay episode. I feel like, the walker is obviously like the big set piece here. All of the little pirate dog people, they were not. I guess it's just because their whole battle with them, especially when you have like the people fighting the dog aliens with their spears and stuff, it's like it was all filmed at night and it was all pretty quick edits, and so you could tell people were fighting them, but you couldn't actually tell what was happening in the fight. You couldn't tell how well it was going, and it was. I think that's kind of why I forget a lot of what happens in this episode, is because, especially when the big fight actually starts, you just kind of lose focus and you're just like, okay, what's going on with the walker though? Like, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, and I guess I just don't expect that they're ever gonna come back to this planet or this village and settle down with these people, and like, it was just kind of like a, hey, here's Cara Dune and here's this cool walker, and that's really all that was the focus of this episode. The pirates and the villagers, they were all just like, yeah, you'll forget about them, it's fine. um Anyways, yeah, so we will continue on the next episode. Cool, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.